Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Don, and today I'm back with another impromptu live stream in the HP Reverb G2. So, busted out my HOTAS, and yeah, we're going to check out some flight sims with it because, well, you know, I really feel this is going to be a great headset for sim gaming. I mean, you know, right now it seems as if the weakest point in the HP Reverb G2 is the controllers and some of the controller tracking issues that everybody's having with the ones of us that have gotten the unit so far. As you guys may have seen on my stream, I cleared up a lot of my controller tracking issues by dropping the green screen behind me. This headset does not like big solid colored walls or spaces. So clutter your walls with stuff, you know, make sure you got rugs on the floor, and it's really going to improve that tracking. But just like its little brother, the G1 before it, I really feel like this is going to be an awesome headset for flight sims where you don't have to worry about, using the Windows Mixed Reality controllers, where you can use your HOTAS. Also driving sims. I'll probably do those here next on the next stream. But anyway, hopefully the internet is going to work today. I did a speed test. Looks like Mediacom's got everything back up and running. I'm getting my 50 up, so no blurry pixelated mess hopefully for you guys this time. I'm going to check chat real quick, and then we'll get started. Nobody's chatting. It seems like I get more chat and more people when I do these in the middle of the night. I don't know. I guess everybody's at work. So I had the day off. I decided, what the hell, I'm going to stream. So, all right, let's get my G2 here. So there is the beast right there, the HP G2. You guys have seen that on my channel this last week. I gotta say, the jury's out. It's a love-hate relationship with me right now with this headset. I love the visuals. I love everything about it. I just hate the fact that it's still Windows Mixed Reality and still has some tracking issues. So hopefully HP's gonna get all that cleared up here soon. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, I'm going to dive in the headset. I will check chat from time to time. This is an unscripted, impromptu live stream. It's just like the ones I've been doing. It is completely raw. You're going to see some warts. Games may work. Games may not work. I don't know. But we're going to hang out, and we're going to try it together this afternoon. So if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. I am going to either jump in from headset, or I'll jump out and look from time to time. So, all right, let's get started. So, all right, let's go ahead and get in here. There we go. So right there, as you see me put the unit on, I did have a question earlier today on one of my other videos as to whether it fit well over glasses. You've seen that on a couple of my streams here. Let's get in the hot tub here. There. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now I'm sitting in my hot tub in my penthouse so I can talk to you guys. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, blah, blah, blah. Let's do it. Let's do a flight sim. That's what you guys came to see. You didn't come here to see me waffle around. But that's what I do on my streams. So, okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and start. Come on. What's going on with my Steam? Oh, the filter's up. Something weird's going on with Steam here. Hold on. See, that's what I said. You guys are going to see warts and all. Browse all. Why is it not letting me filter anything? Look at this. Okay. Damn, Steam has been shitty lately. Now, I know the problem I was having the other day. I'll just start it from outside the headset. I know the problem I was having the other day was actually, I guess, it came down to a NVIDIA driver was the culprit. Where if I came out of a game... Why is Aerofly not in this list? Where I came out of a game... Oh, there. Right in front of me. Where if I came out of a game, the whole Steam VR would just chop and be weird, and yeah, I didn't know what was going on with that. Looks like it was an NVIDIA driver, updated my NVIDIA driver, and happy to say as of last night I can finally come back out of a game without just being wretchedly sick from everything just floating around here. Let's reset. Seated position. Boom. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and choose a location here. That's not where I want to start. Let's do. I like San Fran. If I could type. So you see I have to kind of tilt this up a little bit, and that's actually because there is really no light leakage. For those of us who have been doing this for a long time, it is definitely not the old look down the nose gap. And yeah, let's get a better plane here. Come on. There we go. I usually do this with the stick. I've never tried to do this with the hands. Oops. It's a little buggy. And I think a lot of that is because I'm wanting to point with my index finger. Let's see if I can just do it with the keyboard here. I'm wanting to point with my index finger. Yeah, there we go. And that's not working out so well. Oh, man, there's a lot of planes in here. Let's go for there we go. We'll go for the Strike Eagle. And start it up. There we go. All right. And get a little reposition here. Okay, so before we take off, the first thing, and I know you guys have seen some through the lens shots. Let me make sure I'm not getting a blurry mess here. In fact, actually hold, yeah, there we go. Okay, so if you're getting a little stuttering on that, this time it is not my internet, it is not the headset. What I'm seeing in here is very nice. What you are seeing, unfortunately, is OpenVR capture. So far, a lot of us creators, we've been talking amongst ourselves in the groups and stuff, and everybody's having trouble with stuttery capture on this, and I think it's just because of the output resolution. But all right, so right here, right now, I can tell you, I have never seen these gauges and dials so sharp and clear. I mean, even in my Pimax 8KX, this is just beyond comparison in clarity to just about any other headset I have ever used. I'm going to run out of runway. There we go. Whew. Up. Man, yeah, I mean, I can see so far off into the distance. So I can really say that, you know, when it comes to dogfighting, like I'm finally going to be able to see enemies and track them at a distance where I have not been able to do that successfully in pretty much any other headset other than the 8KX. And, you know, like I said, the 8KX, I still am going to say, is my favorite headset for games like this, for simulators, for, you know, racing, driving, and that's just because it does give you that peripheral field of view, and that really does make things like this more immersive. Like I would feel that just a little bit more as I dip down, and I kind of, you know, you're going to kind of feel that sense of speed a little bit more because you have those visual cues in your sub-peripheral vision because of the wider field of view. But I've been getting a lot of questions. I mean, a lot of questions about, you know, is the G2 clearer than the Pimax? Because they are both technically 4K headsets, and I have to say, yeah, it is. I mean, I love my Pimax. You guys know that. But I don't see this level of sharpness in the Pimax. I'm sorry. And, you know, some of that could be the better contrast also. I definitely see a better contrast on these screens than I do, say, you know, in the 8KX or pretty much any other LCD-based headset. I know I've mentioned that a couple of times on the streams, but it's true. I mean, it just looks good, and for LCD, the colors look nice, the contrast ratio looks good. Blacks are not super inky black. We will get into that when we get into a couple of space sims here in a minute, but they're black enough. I mean, it is great. Now, you know, you guys hear me waffling back and forth between this and Pimax, and that is because that is the other 4K headset that I do have to truly make a comparison with, and it's the one that I use the most. So I am, you know, a little more familiar with that headset. Let's get up top. The textures always look much better on the ground when we're a little higher up here. So yeah, obviously I'm going to make lots of comparisons to that headset, especially when it comes to sim gaming, because, you know, so far I've been kind of crowning that as the king of headsets for sim gaming. But I don't know, you know, overall the field of view in this is good enough. I mean, it definitely seems a tad wider, maybe a little less on the vertical. And I'll tell you what, if you really ratchet it to your face, you can get some extra FOV out of it. It's just going to be a little, tight. So, yeah, see, it's one thing I love about Aerofly, man. It looks so good when you're up at altitude, but unless you're in one of the large cities, which I thought I told it to start outside of San Francisco, but maybe I went the wrong way. But when you start outside the large cities, once you get in the large cities, it looks great. From up at altitude, it looks great. When you get down there, everything is flat. I cannot wait until I get to do Microsoft Simulator 2020 in a high-res headset like this. And that's if we can get good frame rates. Simulator 2020 is a beast. And I can tell you it is going to tax the hell out of any system trying to run it at the frame rate and resolution of some of these newer modern headsets. So, time will tell. I don't know. Maybe we can, there's some trickery going on that we can do. But, other than that, this is just exceptionally gorgeous. I mean, God, I cannot talk enough about the clarity in this headset. So if clarity is what you're after, sim gaming, you can see, man, tracking is awesome with the headset. Like I said, my main beef so far has really just been the controller tracking, and that is my main beef with pretty much all of the Windows mixed reality headsets. I've never had a problem tracking the headset. I've always just had a problem tracking the controllers, and I just wish that some wizard at Microsoft and the WMR team would figure out how to get the controller tracking to be better. I mean, you got 4 cameras on this now. Come on, the Quest did it with 4 cameras, the original Quest and the Quest 2, so I'm not going to throw a comparison to that headset. I mean, they're completely night and day, but I can throw a comparison to the tracking now that this has 2 side cameras and 2 front cameras, where I think Oculus did it better with all of the cameras at the corners, kind of wide angled and facing. It really does seem to track much better on the touch controllers. So all right, I don't want to make this a 2-hour stream. Once again, I am not here to play games. I am here to test games today. As we see, Aerofly seems to be working really, really well and looking extremely good in the G2. So, all right, I think we will cap Aerofly. I've talked enough about this. I'll come out for a second. We'll look at chat, and then we will jump into something else. All right, I'm going to crash. Boom. All right, there we have it. All right, so here we go. I'm going to look at chat here, and hopefully you guys are actually getting a good image today. So, all right, do you think the G2 is a worthy upgrade from the Quest 2 for games like Half-Life Alyx? Okay, so here's my take on that. Let me come out of the game here so we can talk a bit. Oh, that's right. Okay, so this, I'm going to mention this right now. I hate this WinY stuff. Windows Mixed Reality team, make it to where I can turn off WinY. WinY sucks. I don't want to have to hit WinY every freaking time to get my keyboard and my mouse back. So stop that nonsense. All right, rant over. So to answer your question, is it a worthy upgrade from the Q2? Only if you are a complete visual snob, okay? I love the Quest 2. The screens in the Quest 2 look amazing, guys. It is an absolutely phenomenal headset. Is it a bleeding edge PC VR headset even with link or wireless desktop streaming? No, because it's a compressed image. But is it good enough? Oh yeah, no, it looks great. So that's a hard question to ask. Is it worth it? Yes, if you want the crystal clear clarity you're going to get with the G2, No, if you want to play a lot of intensive games like Beat Saber, Echo, stuff like that, the controller tracking is just not there, in my opinion. So, all right, I'll take this off actually so you guys don't see the headset waffling around here as we talk. Hey Matthew, what's going on, buddy? How much of an improvement is G2 over Quest 2? Okay, well, yeah. That's the same question for Flight Sims, hundreds of hours in F-18, DCS, still considering a G2. Matthew, look, man, just like I said to the other guy, if I had the choice for just bleeding edge graphics of PC VR, then yeah, no, I would go with the Quest 2 right now. Either a Quest 2 or a Pimax 8KX for sim games, guys. I'm going to call it right here, right now. Because they have the sharpest resolution. Obviously, with the 8KX, you get the sharp resolution plus the wide field of view, but this one does have a sharper image. I'm just saying it right now. I'm going to call it. So, all right. Quest 2 is pretty good. I got my G2, but I can't get it to connect. Oh, Clay. No, dude. Oh, no good, buddy. What are you having oh, got it now. Plug wasn't enough. Okay, there you go. All right, never mind. Because I was going to be like, dude, send me questions. I want to help you. Clay Bomb. Appreciate you, man. You're always on my stream. Boba Rhett, finally caught you live. Yes, you did, Rhett. It's awesome, man. It's like things the first time I've ever done a live stream. I've shown you, you've shown up. So I don't do them very often, So that's why. All right, so we looked at Aerofly. Like I said, Aerofly is definitely, doable in the G2. Looks great, flies great, performance was good. If you guys saw any stuttering, once again, that was not the headset's fault. That was not my internet's fault today. That was OpenVR capture. I'm still having problems getting a completely smooth image through OpenVR capture. So, all right, let's see here. Would love this. Just got the Q2, and my boys need Series X and PS5. So yeah, no, that's an expensive Christmas right there. So, all right, guys, let's see here. So, terrestrial. Let's see. Now, this could be rough. Like I said, you're going to see warts and all. I have not tried IL-2 yet, but I am loving IL-2. So I'm just going to go ahead. I just installed it last night because, once again, this is all a new PC. I haven't set settings. Everything you're seeing today is completely default. Like, you install it, you just click go. Possibly not Elite. If we play a little Elite, that one's been customized a little bit, but everything else should be pretty default. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and hit play here. Go ahead and come back in the headset. Allow access through my firewall. And boom. All right, so there we are. We are in IL-2. And I am actually going to, hold on. Let's see if I can get a better image through game capture here for you guys. Hold on. No, IL-2, if I do game capture, you're going to get a split screen. So, all right, I guess we're going to have to stick with the OpenVR capture, unfortunately, which is really horrible because it's killing me. I can see on there that you guys are getting a little bit of a stuttery, choppy mess. And all right, everybody, don't look. I'm going to look away while I do this because well, I guess you really can't see that, and everybody knows my email anyway. So, stand by, guys. Like I said, raw. Probably should have logged in for the first time at least. But you guys said you're liking the raw live streams, so you asked me to keep doing them, warts and all. There we go. So you asked, I shall oblige. All right. Now, one thing I do ask, if you guys could throw in the chat, is are the audio levels okay? Oh, geez, I just realized you're not hearing anything in the game. Hold on, stand by. And, of course, WinY is jacked up. Once again, going to rant about that for a second while I have to Alt-Tab through 100 screens here. Yeah, man, I really, really wish that... there we go. There's some game audio. All right. So I really wish that that Windows Mixed Reality did not have this Win-Y to use desktop instead of headset BS. I was really hoping they would get rid of that eventually, and it looks as if they haven't. So, all right. So, all right. Once again, for anyone who is joining the stream now, I'm just doing some flight sims. You guys are seeing a little bit of a choppy image because I cannot get it to capture smoothly outside of OBS, OpenVR capture. And actually, you can see I'm also getting right here, I'm not getting a full 90 hertz in the game either. So definitely probably need to look at my settings a little bit, but I'm not going to do that on stream. So we'll just do a quick mission. Sure. Let's go. Okay. This happens in my Pimax too, like the flashing menu screens. So if you're photosensitive, sometimes I will recommend close your eyes while the game loads, because you never know what you're going to get. It's always a mixed bag. There we go. Come on. At least if I do that, it doesn't flash. Come on. This game does take quite a while to load. Here we go. Oh, it's just going to start me right in the air. Whoa! Alright.
Control for air and ground targets on your own.
I'm on it.
Roughman, this is Groundhog. In contact. Proceed with your mission. Winds from the
Where'd you guys go?
Roughman, this is Groundhog.
There you are.
Engage enemy. Fighters. It's close.
Oh my god, my stick is like all over the place.
Engage.
Need to set some dead zones. I have an old X52 and she's getting a little worn out, so I've got to unfortunately use dead zones. And I hate this plane. This is not what I wanted to fly. I wanted to fly a P-51. Yeah, I can't fly this tank. God, this is all over the place.
Objective completed. Return to base.
Okay, well that was quick.
Roger.
Objective completed. I didn't do anything, so it must have been the AI. So, I don't know. Maybe we won't dogfight. Maybe we'll just fly around a little bit, because at least I can do that and keep the stick straight here. I've really got to tune this game. I really got to stop jumping into these games. Well, I say raw because you guys are saying you like the raw live streams, but I really got to start playing these at least once before I turn them on for the stream. So, I will tell you, IL-2 looks and flies phenomenally in VR when you've got it set up and I've got the dead zones set in my sticks. Once again, no frame rate issues in the headset whatsoever, even though I am at the 40, looks like 94 frames a second or 48 frames a second. I don't necessarily know which one is the true frame rate. I'm going to hope for the 94 because everything is like super buttery smooth right now, for me at least. Now, I know like you guys are probably seeing some chop, and once again, that is coming from the OpenVR capture in OBS. It just really is not playing nice with this headset so far, and yeah. Let's see here, make a field landing. I'm wounded. I'm down. I'm sliding across, but I landed. Woo! All right, so There's IL-2. Once again, bent my wings. This is one I really like playing in my yaw simulator, and hopefully we're going to get that back up and running soon, and we can get back in it, because I would have actually felt all those bumps. That was like really cool the first time that happened to me in the yaw. So, all right, there we go. Little IL-2. That was the most horrible flying you're ever going to see me do. Really need to get my stick. It's just super sensitive right now. Got to get some dead zones set. Totally forgot. You know, when you get a new PC, you totally don't think of all these little tiny things you've done over the years that need to be reset up when you get the new PC. So, all right, going to go ahead and come out of headset, and we will talk a little bit more. There we go. And bring you guys back up. Okay, so there we go. How do you press buttons with the controls? Don't understand. I press buttons, I press the buttons on my stick. If you're talking about these, you don't have to use these when you're in a simulator game. Maybe try the Valve Index controllers with this G2. You know, I would, and I'm going to. I watched a couple of good tutorials. MRTV, my friend Sebastian over there, he's got a great tutorial video, every step on how to get the index controllers working with the G2. Unfortunately, in order to do that, you need a couple of these right here. You need a couple of the Vive tracker puck dongles, and I unfortunately only have one. So if anybody knows how to do it with just one dongle, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to have to find a way to purchase a second dongle, because you have to pair one controller to each dongle. However, I watched him play Beat Saber, and it looked pretty damn solid. So I'm thinking it's doable, guys. I really do. So, all right. Rift S looks better than Quest 2 Link for PC VR. You know, no. That one, I don't know, because Quest 2 is still compressed, you know, but Rift S maybe looks a little sharper, but I prefer the image in the Quest 2, even at the compression, because of the higher resolution. You're answering that. Thanks, Matthew. Thanks for taking that one. Bitrate any greater than 150 increases latency too much if you are used, blah, blah. Okay, you guys are just talking about all that. So, yeah. Looking good, big man. Hey, Gary, what's going on, buddy? Missed you, bro. So, awesome. Haven't talked to you in a while. So, yeah, all right. So, there we've done a little Aerofly. We've done a little IL-2 Sturmovik. Looks like we're about halfway through the stream. I plan to stream for about an hour. So, let's go ahead and jump over and do some space stuff, because that's where I shine. I love my space games. Not huge on the terrestrial flight sims, but, you know, you guys know I started this channel playing Elite Dangerous in my custom battle chair that I built, wearing my goofy Starfleet uniform, you know. So we're definitely going to end the night with that, and that one's not even 100% set up. I'm still working on my voice attack profile, because, once again, that's all on my old PC. I need to install the old hard drive just so I can quickly move everything over. But yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and maybe jump into a little Star Wars Squadrons next. I've not seen that one. Oh, and I just got the warning that you guys may be getting buffering. So did my ISP just shit the bed again? So yes, Elite Dangerous, please. It's coming, buddy. Hey, Rudy, I'm an Elite. I love Elite Dangerous. I don't play it as much as I used to back in the beginning of VR, but it is always my go-to. So, oh, hey, yeah, cool, man. That's awesome. And thanks for letting me know that the stream quality is okay, because I have been having horrid stream quality these last 3 days. Thank you, Mediacom Cable. But like I've told you guys, here in a week and a half, that's never going to happen again. I'm getting CenturyLink fiber. It is 980 megs down, 980 megs up. So no more bad streams. That I am looking forward to. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump into another game since we don't have any questions in the chat here. So, all right, I think next, like I said, we're going to go ahead and jump into Star Wars Squadrons. We'll see if this is going to be, once again, this is a raw stream, just like I've been doing. You guys say you like those, so I'm going to keep doing them for the time being. If it doesn't work with my HOTAS right off the bat, I'll just jump to my Xbox controller just for the ease of use here. But I desperately want to see Squadrons in this, especially on my new rig. I haven't even played it on my new rig yet. So, all right, let's go ahead and pull up Steam and play. And launch in Steam VR mode and play. All right. And once again, let's get some controllers going here because I know I'm going to have to reset my position. I don't normally play seated, so right now Steam is not liking that because I'm always over there. And yep, there we go. I'm always over there in the other part of the studio, not at my desk when I play these days. Because even seated, I would normally play in Battle Chair or in the yaw. And, you know, I'm going to be honest, a lot of people have been asking me, hey, man, you were like playing with the yaw and everything was cool, and then all of a sudden you stop, what's going on? Yeah, I burnt one of my motors out. So I am waiting on a new motor. It was supposed to actually be here today, and then I checked FedEx, and guess what? Y'all shipped me an empty box. Or apparently that's what FedEx says. So now, probably another 2 to 3 weeks of waiting to get a new motor and the new thermal cooling kit that they have finally put out. So gonna definitely get a look under the hood on the yaw here in the next week or two. And oh, yep, the music, here we go. The music is going to kill any chance of me making any money on this stream whatsoever, which I'm not gonna lie, I desperately need right now. And oh, you know, thank you guys for the ones who did donate on my stream the other day. That meant the world to me. I've never ever gotten tips when I do any of this, and I've never asked for them either. But it really did. It really meant the world to me, guys. So you know that bought a nice dinner for my family, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciated that. Hopefully I'm going to get some calls for some job interviews this week. If you guys, I mean, I shouldn't really talk about my personal stuff on this, but I think enough of you know me well enough now that you care. So we're hanging in there. One of these days, some VR company will snatch me up and realize that, you know, I would make a good asset to your team. So, all right. There we go. Wait, I thought I told it to go to story mode. Alright, wait. Let's just go. Like I said, we're just here to test this anyway. And yeah, you guys are getting a horrible choppy stream. So, what? Oh, but this one. Wait, hold on. And like I said, the choppy is not from the choppy is not from the headset. It is not from the ISP this time. The choppy is from OpenVR Capture, not wanting to play nice with this. However, I think for this one I can, right, hold on, stand by, there we go. No, that's just as bad. Sometimes I can do a trick where I just tell it to capture the monitor window, and it's better. Alright. No, okay, see, that's what I'm saying. I told it to jump into story. I did not want to dogfight. Well, I guess we'll just stick with this. Because I hate flying the ties. I don't like flying the ties at all. Alright, stand by, guys. This is not what I want to do. Ah, well, screw it. We'll do this and then I'll jump back into story. There we go. And it crashes, see? Okay, so why the hell? This is a whole new PC. EA, get your shit together. Seriously. Okay, so I'm going to rant for a minute. I very rarely have to pay for games, guys. I'm not going to lie. I bought Star Wars Squadrons, so I am a customer, and I have every right to frickin' complain about this. I have never been able to play multiplayer. And now this is a second computer and they have done multiple updates. What the heck is going on? Because literally it is like, that's trash. I'm sorry, that is freaking trash. I'm going to bring your chat up here and maybe we're going to talk about that. So, literally, if you go back and watch my other Star Wars streams, Squadron streams from the Yaw VR, you're going to see the exact same thing. If I try to jump into multiplayer, I can get as far as the lobby. The minute I try to load into a freaking game, it crashes. So EA, I bought your game. Fix your shit. I'm tired of it. Either that, man, if it was on Steam, I'd have refunded it. I swear to God. Well, it is on Steam. I'm sorry. I should have refunded it, but I already played too long. So, I don't know. I'm really, really pissed about that because you see a lot of Star Trek stuff behind me, but I'm also a huge Star Wars fan. And this game is one that I waited for and waited for and waited for. And, I'm sorry, I'm loving the story, but I do want to fly in a squadron battles, and I can't. So, anyway, rant over. All right. So, but we might be able to jump back in and play the single player, which is what I had intended to do anyway. So let's try this again. Notice there was no questions for me, so I'm just going to keep going. I hate ranting in front of you guys, I really do, but man, that gets under my skin. It really does. I mean, when you pay, 50, 60 bucks for a game, and then, they hype it, and then it doesn't freaking work, and they don't fix it, and that's EA's problem, and I hate EA for it. I normally don't buy their games. Makes me mad. So anyway, let's try this again, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry for the losing my cool. Alright. It's like I was willing to take a damn copyright hit just to play your game. Lever penalty in effect, whatever. You're gonna penalize me if you crash? Okay, watch. Story. Yes. Continue the story. Maybe this time it won't drop me into multiplayer. I don't know what the hell happened there. There we go. That's more better. Wow. Okay, so wow. The hangar looks amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. So, you can just see for days. And, I'm going to clear up something. A lot of people have been asking me because I kept saying the word depth the other day. And what I meant by depth is not, okay, there was a big discussion going on about it in one of my chat. What I mean about depth is the ability to see so far into the scene. Not depth as in like a 3D movie kind of depth or a fakey 3D kind of depth. It's just with the lower resolution headsets, everything's become such a blurry, pixely mess far off in the distance for some of them. And with this headset, I can see for days. I mean, it's just like life. I mean, it's like my eyes seem like my eyes.
Now the Empire's gonna want that Star Destroyer back. Good. Let's see them try and take it.
Mm-hmm.
Back home after the Empire invaded Minden, we stole an armored transport hauler full of scout walkers.
Really?
The Empire came looking for them. We just turned the walkers against them. Had a real good time.
The walkers? Wait, are we crossing into Walking Dead now?
Similar in mind for the Star Destroyer, right? Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, right. I know.
Bet this Wedge picked the right team for the job, huh? Those slackers in Alphabet Squadron still be fapping around at Yavin.
Damn slackers. Alphabet Squad, whatever.
Yavin. Time to check with the commander and see what's next.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, all right, I'm not going to sit here and talk to everybody. I'm just going to go ahead and go to the briefing so that we can get up in the air. I'll go back and play it again later.
I'll answer your questions once the Star Destroyer has been delivered safely.
Delivered where? We risked our tails to get that Star Destroyer. You can't even tell us where we're going.
It's not my call. Besides, I'm risking a lot of lives if I share too much too soon.
God, this looks so good.
Project Starhawk.
Listen, all I can tell you is the basics.
Uh-oh. Not a code yellow. Damn. Damn it, man!
It was just getting good.
I know, right? Okay. So...
We have an emergency. The Star Destroyer you captured has unexpectedly fallen out of hyperspace behind enemy lines.
Oh, no.
Our troops are repairing the hyperdrive as quickly as possible. But you need to buy them some time. There's an Imperial fleet advancing toward the Star Destroyer Victoria. I want A-wings intercepting enemy fighters. The rest of Vanguard will provide defense and support. I know Imperial protocol better than most. I have no doubt the Empire will disable the Victorium with ion weapons before sending shuttles to recapture it. Stop them at all costs. The Empire must not reclaim the Victorium. Once the Star Destroyer's hyperdrive is operational, cover its escape so it can jump to safety. I'll send you rendezvous coordinates when the time is right.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, I gotta fly an A-wing. Cool.
A-wings go as fast as you can fly them. Their hull and shields are too light to take on capital ships, but Imperial starfighters won't stand a chance with you in this cockpit.
Nice.
We have a few options to make your TIE hunting more efficient. Big fan of the rapid-fire lasers and barrage rockets myself.
Okay, bring them. Holy hell. Okay. Wow.
Who cares? Our Star Destroyer's in trouble.
Oh, you can see all the little teeny tiny scratches on the cockpit. I mean, like, I noticed that even in my 8KX, but they didn't look like they didn't seem to reflect the light as good. I don't know. Not turbo lasers. Get off it. Come on, come on, bring it! Get out of here. Okay, the sense of flight, even though... Oh, get away from that. Get away from that. You know, it's like I really wanted to just kind of fly and talk. This is so hard when I'm getting set upon. Get off the missile. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. Nice! Oh my god, the effects look so good! I'm having trouble flying and concentrating on the battle because I'm just looking around, oohing and eyeing at everything. Now, you know, this came up in my Pimax gameplay of this. Everybody kept asking about the space background, and, you know, I gotta say, it is blurry. I really wish that they would fix the skybox in this game to where it's not so blurry, especially in these higher resolution headsets. It's very noticeable. I wonder if you can go in and edit anything. Like I just did some of the edits in Elite last night. I really need to set that dead zone in my joystick as well. Nice. There's one. Probably got to look at my button placements as well. Love those turbo lasers on this thing. Now, you know, I will say that the flight in this one in Star Wars Squadrons is way more arcadey than Simi. So I really couldn't call this a simulator game. Nice. Okay, wait, hold on. I want to slow down real quick and stop and just ooh and ah at the texturing on this. Oh my god, that just looks incredible. No, Imperial shuttles are not going to head my way because I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to talk for a minute because this is where it's at. This is what I've been waiting for, guys, to see in the G2 is a space game. And, you know, mostly because, like I said, okay, there we go. Cool. That's going to stop everything so I can talk. And this will be a good place to stop this because, once again, not playing games today, just jumping in and out of different games to see how they work in the G2. So, right now I can tell you, actually, let's just go ahead and come out and talk about that. So, I can talk directly to you. So right now I can tell you that was incredible. The black levels are not anything to worry about in these LCD screens. They are not inky black. I mean, like, not inky OLED black, but man, it's so close I could hardly tell. I mean, it's the colors, the contrast, everything. You guys are going to hear me ooh and on because I'm a visuals guy. I love high visuals. I love high resolution. And wow, I mean, that is just wow. So, you know, obviously, like I said, in Star Wars Squadrons, the skybox is not the best. You know, I mean, the skybox is out in the distance, and it, even in my OLED headsets, doesn't look inky black. So I think that's in Squadrons. Like I said, we're sitting at about 53 minutes. I think the last one I want to jump into today is Elite Dangerous. That's really gonna let me test out the black levels in the headset. But before we do, as usual, I'm just gonna go ahead and check chat, see if you guys have any questions or comments. And once again, for anybody joining the stream, I do apologize. I've had lots of internet issues. That is not the issue today. So if you are seeing kind of low frame rate gameplay, stuff like that, it's not my PC. It's not that way in the headset at all when I'm playing. It is simply the capture method. I have not found a good way to capture gameplay. I'm trying to use OpenVR Capture in OBS, and it is stuttering. I've tried game capture, I've tried display capture, everything just seems to stutter, but I'm not getting stuttering in the headset. So let me make that clear. What you are seeing on this screen is not indicative of what I am seeing in here, okay? So trust me, I would tell you if I wasn't. On prior streams that I've done over the last couple of days, a lot of people were saying because I had to lower the resolution because of the ISP issues that, oh, the graphics in the HP must look like dog crap. Well, every time you've ever watched any VR YouTuber, you're not seeing the graphics that we're seeing in the headset. You're seeing what's being output to the monitor through OBS or whatever we're using to capture it. So please don't take that as indicative of the headset. The headset, rock solid, getting 90 frames and pretty much everything I'm playing in it. It's just the streaming and the capture that we're getting issues with. So hopefully we're going to be able to work that out. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and check here. So, all right, MRTV said horizontal FOV of the G2 is about 98. Q2 is 90. Is that 8 difference really there for you as well? Not really. I find the FOV in the G2 to be very similar to the Q2. Now, I have not fired both of them up at the same time and like put one on, then put one on, and put one on. That's about the only way that I could tell you. I don't have any fancy cameras and I can't do through the lens stuff, and I don't know how to do measurements of the FOV. I think there's a tool in Steam you can download, but I don't know. I just play it by eye, guys. It looks good. It looks really good. So by the way, I pre-ordered the headset, all the reviews you posted. Hey, no problem, Ashio. I'm glad to post these reviews, guys. I'm glad you are liking these waffling live streams that I've been doing. I normally would do a polished, edited review, but like I said, being out of work right now, I'm spending every waking moment trying to find a job, and I just don't have time to do the editing. And I'm not a big famous YouTuber like others that can hire editors and stuff like that. So I apologize if these are not your taste. If you want me to go back to doing the edited videos, I'm much obliged to do that. I'm just going to have to wait until my life straightens back out. Let's see here. Indian pre-orders. Do you think I can run every game with an AMD Ryzen 5 5600? I don't know. I'm not an AMD guy. I have no idea. I'm telling you, I can run every game on my old i7 7700K with a 1080 Ti in my Pimax 8KX, which is even harder to push than the G2 because of the expanded field of view. And I've had no issues running any games on my new system. I finally did update the description so you guys can see the new system, but it's a 10900K, 32 gigs of RAM, and a 2070 Super. So far I've had no issues with this headset or the 8KX. So let's see here. Right now, you should be good. Right, okay. Came across a fix for multiplayer mode crashing. Apparently it's a common issue. The fix for several people was this. Go to settings, scroll down. Okay, thank you, Matthew. Thank you. I am going to try that because, man, I want to fly in a squadron. I want to form a squadron. I want to form a VR squadron and really tear it up in that game because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So thank you. I'm definitely going to check that out. Matthew, you are always a source of great information and support, buddy, over the years, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. So let's see here. Resolution be dictated by your headset. 6 core. Okay, you guys are just talking about that. Have I tried Vorpix? Well, I've been using Vorpix for years. I have not tried Vorpix on this headset, and I have not played with Vorpix in years. But if you go back into my main catalog, you're going to see a bunch of early Vorpix videos from when it first came out in the DK2. You know, I really should. I will attempt to, once everything, the craziness slows down, I'll fire up Vorpix. It's on my desktop. I mean, you can, let's see. You guys can see my desktop, right? Yeah, there's Vorpix right there. So, oops, no, sorry, I moved that out of the way. But yeah, there you go. There's Vorpix. It's installed. So yeah, I can definitely try to give that a shot at some point and report back. Can I start to wait playing with the HP Reverb for first ever for you? Okay, John, it's going to be a great first headset, buddy. My jury's still out on these guys. They work good enough. Did have some problems in shooters with the reloading, but other than that, I'm getting used to the little tracking glitches. So Yep. But man, I'll tell you, if you want the best visual quality, that is it. Search G2 subreddit. Our sheep. Hey man, yeah, I think he runs the G2 subreddit over on, and yeah, you should check that out. If you try to share a link in the chat, it's gonna flag it, guys. And I don't have anybody moderating my chat to release it, so probably wouldn't share any any links in chat right now. Onward. Okay, so yeah, on my stream the other night, I played Onward, guys. The game played phenomenal. The problem that I had is this: when you go to load a gun, okay, so when you go to load a gun, and you have to make fine motor movements, like say you have to pull back the slide from the side, or pull back like on the M16, you have to pull it back from here. You're gonna hit these together. They're just so elongated, you can't really make fine motor movements like you can with the index controllers, or as I said, even the original Oculus Touch controllers if you had the CV1. Because of the outside-in tracking design, they could have the ring wrap around your hand in some way versus being an elongated circle sticking out from the controllers. I used to have the same problem with the Vive wands as well. So shooters are going to be a little difficult unless you do the mod we were talking about earlier, where you can do the 2 tracker dongles and you can actually pair your index controllers to the G2. Can I play Blade and Sorcery someday? Absolutely. Like I said, I'm not focusing on those types of games on today's stream, but I will definitely try to fire that one up. Hey, Samir, how's it going? Kill all possible mail. Okay, you don't really need don't need all that in the chat. Thanks. Thanks, that's all I need. I'm running. No, I am not running the G2 on my 1080 Ti. That's in my old system, sitting over there in the corner. I'm gonna probably refurb it and use it over there in the other corner at one of my other stations, the driving station, or I will just sell it. So anybody want to use 1080 Ti, hit me up. Probably give you a good price on it. Is this guy a developer? No, I'm not a developer. I'm a hobbyist developer. I have developed a couple of rooms in VR chat. They suck, but you can visit them. But no, I'm not a developer. I wouldn't say I'm just a VR YouTuber either. I do consult with quite a few VR companies and test their products behind the scenes so that you guys get good quality stuff. And I do consulting, but so yeah. That Humble Bundle deal is phenomenal. So, yeah, and the 1080 Ti is about equivalent to the 2080. Yeah, that's about right. 1080 Ti is technically still a little bit beefier than the 2070 Super that I have in here, but it doesn't do any of the RTX functions. So that's why I debated long and hard about moving it, because this is actually a really good 1080 Ti. It's the Zotac 1080 Ti Amp Extreme. So it was one of the higher end 1080 Ti cards. And I thought about putting it in there. I might still do it just to do a comparison, but I don't know. I've never had an RTX card, so since this computer came with the 2070 Super, I just decided to roll with it. So, all right. Hit the end of the chat once again. Wow, looks like I have 0 viewers, but I know that's not right. And everything just dipped down to crazy low levels here. So hopefully ISP is not shit in the bed, but OBS tells me it's not, because I got a nice green checkbox over here. So either that or everybody just bailed on my stream at the same time. Yes, you do have to use the... I do have a Type C, but they were saying that they recommend to use the power brick anyway. So I'm just using it. It just came in the box. Might as well plug it in. But I do have it plugged in directly to the Type C on the back of the motherboard that came in the new computer, which is an MSI A-Pro, I think is what it said. And it does have a USB-C port right on the motherboard. So that's how I've got it plugged in. I'm not using the adapter that it came with. And so far, everything is running solid on the headset. So as far as like tracking and visuals of the headset. You know, Matthew, I don't know. I'd have to research that. Zuck wants to know, is the HP Reverb G2 a good headset for beginners? So, Zuck, yeah, you know, I wouldn't say that it's a bad headset for beginners at all. In fact, I'd be jealous of you, anyone getting this as their very first headset, because you're going to see VR the way that I've always felt that it was meant to be seen, and that is crystal clear, with no screen door and no hardly any God rays. I can't say no God rays, but man, these new optics that Valve cooked up are freaking nuts. I want them in every VR headset that I have, because I am hard pressed to see very many God rays in this, and you guys know I am the anti-God Ray king, man. I have bitched about it since the original CV1 so loud that it made it to the #1 search result on Google. I know, shameless plug again, but it was. And, you know, it's just because I was so bummed out about them. So far, so good. True test for that's going to be when I jump into Elite here in a minute. I really didn't look for it. So since it didn't see it last night when I was setting all this up for the stream, probably not going to see it today either. But looking good. Sound off if you're here. I'm here. I'm here, Gary. I'm here. I'm here. Just want to let you know I made it to the stream. Okay. So, all right, guys. We are at the end of the chat. This is it. I'm going to go ahead and jump in, and we're going to play a little Elite Dangerous. Now, keep in mind, when I loaded this up last night as an Elite player for years, I had a custom HOTAS bind, I had custom voice attack stuff, and, you know, you buy a new computer and you totally forget, oh, wait, all of that stuff is not going to be there anymore. So I spent a little time setting some stuff up last night, but don't expect miracles of me in Elite either, because, well, I don't have it all set up to my tastes yet. So, all right, I've got voice attack running. Let's go ahead and jump back into Steam. And let's see here. Let's move Steam over to the other monitor, or let's move you guys over to the other monitor and start Elite. Where is Elite? Elite. There we go. Go. All right, stand by, guys. Sorry. Getting it all squared away here. There we go. All right. Go ahead and reset my seated position again. Whoops, not Cliff House. Stand by. There we go. Okay, so right here, already on the loading screen, once again, I know I've been talking a lot about the black levels, and that's just because, well, with a lot of these LCD headsets, they really look poor. I'm not gonna lie, you just see that gray backlit. And I gotta say, this one is deeper, but you are still gonna see it as a little more gray than black. However, let's see here. And I had this set up for Oculus, so let's see if this works. Reset Oculus. Reset Oculus. Okay.
Oculus orientation. Reset.
Oh, wait, I didn't give the game focus. That's what it is. Reset Oculus.
Resetting.
There we go. All right. So obviously it's not an Oculus. Yeah, I know. But, you know, I think that's built into voice to the HSC voice pack that I bought long ago. So, all right, we're just going to go ahead and continue. And yeah, see, that's not even right. I normally click the trigger for that, but now I'm having to hit a different button. So once again, not playing the game today, just flying around and talking about the ooh and the ah of the G2. So, but man, that hologram looks great. It's like everything has this kind of neon pop to it now, the way I remember it from back in the DK2 days. And I'm happy to say that that ship's spinning in front of me and there ain't freaking God rays flaring all off of it. And here we are in my cockpit and I'm not seeing a bunch of God rays flaring all off of every freaking little gauge either. So that is awesome. All right, let's take her up. All right, launch.
Initiating. Loading configuration. Engines online.
Okay, so
Launch.
interestingly enough, in this game right now, that's so weird how it launches me. I'm not used to that. I'm so used to taking myself out. Ah, space looks black. Oh, the music is still on. I normally turn the music off. Oh well. No chance of monetizing this stream. Not like I make very much money off of it anyway. Did I just say that? I'm saying the quiet parts out loud. I'm sorry. So, that's just because I'm stressed about this whole losing my job thing again. So, alright. Now, ooh, wow. Okay, I did the 8K planet texture stuff. And I am in Saul, by the way, because I was one of the original backers. I actually have access to come home to Earth. Let's go ahead and go over there and take a look at the old blue marble, shall we? And then we'll talk a little bit more about this, and then we'll call it a day. Frame shift drive engage. Engage frame shift.
Unable to comply.
Why? There we go. Whoa. Flight assist on. Crap, hold on. Retract weapons.
Retracting weapons.
See, like I said, I do not have this set up. This is the worst I've ever played ED. So, alright, hold on. Engage flight assist.
Flight assist online.
There we go. Alright. Let's head to Earth. Engage hyperdrive. What is my... Like I said, I don't have my custom bindings. Retract weapons. Retract weapons. Okay, so that's cargo scoop.
Warning, temperature critical. Landing gear retracted.
Okay. Retract cargo scoop.
Executing man.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Engage super cruise.
Engaging super cruise.
What the hell?
Warning, taking heat damage. Frame shift drive.
There we go. Had to remember. Why am I taking heat damage from?
4, 3.
There we go. Get me in a super cruise.
Heat damage.
Warning, taking heat damage.
From what?
Taking damage.
We're gonna watch me blow up as I head for Earth.
Internal damage.
Deploy chaff. Deploy heatsink. There we go. Okay, so now that you guys saw me do completely noob crap in the game that I've been playing since the beginning of VR, it's because I'm not set up to play it, we'll take a little cruise towards Earth here and talk about this. So in this one, space looks great. Space is almost inky black. It is definitely much better since I applied some of the texture fixes to the skybox and to the planet textures, making them 8K. Frame rate is great in the game. I mean, I am just feeling present as all get out. I love it. Yeah. And you know, let me comment on another thing that I haven't commented quite enough on, and that's the audio. The speakers on this are legit. Now I know they're the same as the Index, and everybody keeps telling me, hey, can you compare this to the Index? Or they keep asking me, and I can't. I don't own an Index. I've used one a couple of times, but it was in a very noisy environment, so I never really got to see the quality of these off-ear speakers. But wow, I mean, this really sounds great. So, all right, let's fly over here to Earth. Go ahead and slow down a little bit. Power to engines.
Power to engines.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Commander.
All right. Speed it up a little bit here. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. I'm kind of being quiet right now because I'm kind of getting awestruck. I need to get my custom binds because I want to turn off all the lines and stuff, and I don't ever play with the keyboard. I've never played with the keyboard, so I don't even know what controls that is. And I don't care because we're going to end this stream here in a minute. Like I said, this was really just to take a flyby by Earth and kind of end the stream up on Elite. I'm going to get it all set up, though. If you guys want to see some really cool stuff, go back and look at some of my older Elite videos, especially the one that talks about driving the Scarab while talking to the Vulcan computer. That's where I showed off Battle Chair effectively when I first built it, and the voice attack once I got everything really rocking in it. And yeah, that's a pretty good video to watch. It's in the DK2. So it's really old, but it really shows the potential of what this game can bring when you put all the elements together, like a steering wheel for the buggy and a HOTAS and voice attack, and yeah. So, all right, here we go. Let's go home, boys. And girls. Sorry. And that's another thing. With this headset, I can finally see those planets in the distance as I'm coming up on them, and they're not just a blurry, pixely dot. I mean, I've actually been able to see the structure of that planet from very far out. All right, here we go. Now, wish I could land on it, Frontier. Just saying. How many years have you guys planned for that? We're supposed to get planetary landings in atmospheric worlds. Earth would be cool. Could like do a little MS Flight Simulator 2020 or 3022 or whatever this is set in. Alright, there it is. Let's see if I can see my house from here. Oh, beautiful shot to end the stream on right here. You can get a little sunrise coming around the Earth. So, alright guys, there it is. I gotta say, I will do a full review. You guys have been asking for that, and I'm sorry for ranting earlier that I don't have time. I will make the time to do a full review of the headset, but I really hope that everybody's getting something out of these streams. I know I don't stream often. I am trying to get better at it, and thank you for all the encouragement. Like I said, thank you guys for the donations the other day. Oh, there we go. There we go. We'll just come right out. That's a beautiful shot. Oh my God, you can see the clouds and the haze in the headset. I don't know what you guys are seeing on the monitor, but this looks really good in the headset. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and come out, and we're going to talk a little bit more, and then we'll end the stream. Try to keep that shot in the background, though. Oh, ooh, I'm sorry. You guys didn't even get full screen ED. Bummer. Here, let me bring that back up. At least that'll cover this, and you guys can look at something nice while we talk. So, all right. Such a polite AI. Let me just scroll back here. Hey, buddy, if you have Vorpix, can you give Star Citizen a try? You know, I've never tried Star Citizen in Vorpix. I bought Star Citizen a long time ago based on the promised VR support, and I absolutely refuse to play it until I get native VR support. So, no, I'm not going to ruin it with Vorpix. I apologize. 2060 Super will be fine at 75, I guess. Yeah, probably. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm getting quiet. I'm just kind of reading through your questions here. Some of you are talking to each other. Don't need to address any of that. Here we go. Can you play Star Citizen, Chris? Yeah, once again, Chris. And I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to be shitty. But no, I don't want to ruin it. I really do want to see Star Citizen like 10 years from now when it finally releases with full VR support. I like Vorpix, don't get me wrong, and Vorpix has made leaps and bounds over the years, but it's still, every time I play anything in Vorpix, I don't ever get sick in VR. I've been doing this for over 20 years. You can twist me, twirl me, tip me, tump me. It doesn't matter, man. I don't get sick in VR, but every time I use Vorpix, it gives me a really bad headache. And yeah, I choose to kind of stay away from it. It was fun back in the DK2 days when we didn't have enough content for VR. Now we've got tons of content. So unless it's something extremely special, yeah, I thought about maybe trying to do Flight Simulator 2020 in it, but I'm not going to do Star Citizen. I'm sorry. So, let's see here. Mixed reality. Anyway, mixed reality shit soft. If you're talking about their software, yeah, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's just not what you're going to be used to with, say, something like the Oculus products. I mean, their software stack is probably the best out of all of them. I wish that would just standardize. I love Oculus Dash. I just, man, I wish I had that functionality in every VR headset that I owned, but unfortunately, you know, it's Oculus exclusive and it always will be. Hey, VR Flight Sim guy from inside his G2. Yo, shout out to that guy. He's been putting out some awesome content with the G2, guys. So, you know, when I post this out, I'm going to leave a link for your description, man. I'm going to leave a link for your channel in my description because you guys need to check out VR Flight Sim guy. He has been putting out awesome videos with the G2 for a while. And also check out, if you're on Facebook, if you have a Quest 2, you probably are. If you're on Facebook, check out the G2 group over there. That's where we're all kind of posting these videos and impressions. So, let's see here. Andy Sky, what's up, buddy? So just on rechargeable batteries. You know, okay, I'm still literally on the original batteries that this thing came with, and I've been playing with it every night for like the last 5 nights for hours on end, and I think we can pull up Steam here in a minute, and I think I'm down to like finally like 1 ball out of the 4 when it shows the controller batteries. So batteries are lasting quite a long time in these controllers. But yes, make sure they're 1.5s. Don't do anything under 1.5 volts or you may incur tracking issues. That's what I've heard. So can you please give us your impression on instead of Corsa, especially distance in cars and tracks? Okay, like I said, I'm not doing racing sims today. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow or the next day and do some racing sims. I've got an old wheel and pedal. It's a shitty one, but I just need to set it up. Normally, I would have that set up. Well, guys look, I'd have it set up over there in the simulator, the sim pit area, but I really want to set it up on that. I want to set it up on my yaw, but as I said earlier, got a burnt out motor on the yaw, so I'm waiting for my replacement motor. But yeah, I will try some if it's anything like the flight sims, though, I can tell you, holy hell, I can finally see things in the distance and they're not a blurry mess. So, let's see, where were we? Andy Sky. Hey Zim, what's going on, buddy? Loving your baby, I see. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. In fact, I think Mike said he was sending you his, so I think you're going to get a look here pretty soon. So yeah, you know, I love it. I love it for the sim gaming. You know, we'll talk about that private in the group, I'm sure. But the jury's still out for everything else, especially the shooters. If you watched my stream the other night, it was just painful to reload guns with this thing and the controller tracking. So, all right. Oh yeah, voice controls in ED, Booker DeWitt. Since the beginning. I mean, just go and buy Voice Attack. Voice Attack is such a versatile program for just about any VR game, because you could literally have it running in the background and you can set voice commands for just about everything. Gaming related, your PC, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you can use a keyboard to do it, if you can use a game controller to do it, you can use your voice to do it with Voice Attack. And then you're going to want to get the HSC voice packs. There's several of them, man. They've even got like Shatner and people from Star Trek doing voices. I just like the old Astra. I like the old, it's the Ivona Amy voice, but I just like it. That's my ship now. So it has been my ship for years. Thousands of spoken responses. You can have conversations with your ship. And now your ship will even do things for you. Like I can tell it, request docking, and it just goes through all the commands and just does it. I told it to take me in, take me out, and it'll literally like land me and fly the ship out of the station, so you don't have to, you know, crash into the mail slot. So I highly recommend Voice Attack and the HSC voice packs if you're playing any flight sim game. So everybody's Star Citizen. Star Citizen doesn't have native VR support. I can't do Star Citizen, and I'm not going to Vorpix it. All right, let's see here. Where were we? Jeez, you know, guys, I'm not used to this. I don't normally get viewers when I stream, so I'm sorry. I'm really bad at answering all your questions. So, Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, okay. So Andy Sky hit it. If you like cyberpunk kind of games, look for Lo-Fi on Steam. You know, because you kind of fly around in the car. If I had a Steam key for it, I thought about doing that today in the G2, just to fly over that beautiful city. Blair, the developer, known the guy for years. His first game, Technolust, was one of my first oh shit moments back in the DK2 and the CV1. I've got some video of that on my channel. If you're interested, go check it out. Lo-Fi is turning out to be like a cyberpunk nerd's dream. I mean, this game is starting to look amazing in VR, especially flying the police car over that futuristic city. It's so Blade Runner, it is not even funny. Grab that game, if anything, just to put on the soundtrack of Blade Runner and fly around the frickin' city. I got to reach out to Blair. I'm going to hit him up for a Steam key and see if we can't get that going as well. Because he also said in a tweet he was thinking about adding Yaw VR motion simulator support to it. So that's another one that we could do in the Yaw when I get it back up and running. So let's see. Flight Sim guys talking to people. Cheers for the insights. Well, for the headset, getting mine soon. Replicant, it is coming, man. I've already seen people starting to show posts that they are getting shipping confirmations. So I think we're all gonna start getting the G2s here in the next week or two, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Christers, how does it compare? I'm sorry, I lost your question here. How does it compare to the Q2 when playing movies in big screen? Night and day. Q2 looks great, but it's not 4K resolution, and it doesn't have these nifty optics that Valve has created. Now, the hybrid optics that Oculus and Facebook have created are also stunning. Very little God rays in that, but 4K is the magic number for me when it comes to watching movies. The only three headsets that I have that I would now feel very comfortable watching movies in big screen or virtual desktop would be, this is king right here, even without the wide field of view of the Pimax. For clarity, this is king, okay? This is going to be your clearest image. The Pimax 8KX would be second best in my opinion. It is also an extremely clear image, but you also get that wide field of view, so you feel a little more present, like you're sitting in the theater. And then obviously and they're going to be bargain at this point just for movie watching and things. The Reverb G1, okay, sim gaming and movie watching. The G1 is still going to be a very capable beast. Just going to have a little more God rays in it. Has updated for native G2. I know the beta was out. Yeah, Flight Sim guy, once again, I don't like to share these things on stream, but I am not too proud to. I'm broke, I am out of work, and I cannot afford the premium ass price that Microsoft wants for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So it's going to be a while. I applied for a key on Keymailer, or one of the sites that gives us keys to YouTubers, but I never heard back. So I'm saving up for that one. So hopefully we'll be able to do some Flight Simulator in the G2 here soon. Already got the Valve Index. Is it worth the upgrade to the G2? Couldn't tell you. I don't have an index. I've only used one maybe 2 or 3 times. Currently, if you want the best tracking and the best controllers, get the Valve Index if you're not a visual snob. If you're a visual snob and you want the best visuals, but you don't really care about the controllers or the tracking of them, get the G2. That's the best I can tell you there. Excuse me, not COVID. All right. I'm sorry, but you missed my actual question. Haha. Do the controllers go into a rest mode when they're not in use? Oh, yeah, they do, actually, yeah. Like right now, they're probably not on, so I would have to press and hold both of the Windows buttons to light them back up. And I'm not going to lie, I said this the other night, and everybody was like, look at that dweeb, he likes blinky lights. I like blinky lights. I love blinky lights, and I think that's kind of cool. It's just, I don't know, I like seeing the actual lit up lights instead of the IR LEDs. Okay. Oasis had flight stuttery with high ultra graphic setting as the Half-Life Alyx, so it depends on the game. Yeah, and that is true. I played Half-Life Alyx last night. Now, here's the funny thing. I didn't have any stuttering in the headset. I had no stuttering in the headset. The headset seemed fine. Once again, a lot of the stuttering that you're seeing in my videos over the last couple of days is really either the freaking game or my stream or the actually a lot of it is the capture. We've been talking a lot about this amongst ourselves in a private YouTubers group that I'm in. And a lot of us are having trouble with the output, capturing it and getting a smooth image on the capture. So more to come on that. All right, Gazi was tough challenge to all the soldiers. Yep, I hear you, brother. And just pray for me, man. I really could use your prayers right now, guys. Things are getting kind of rough. So not gonna cry in my beer on this stream. I promised you guys I wouldn't do that anymore, but thanks to those who reached out and personally reached out to me about what's going on. And thanks obviously for anybody who threw me a donation the other day. That meant the world. So how's the game quality on the screen compared to the Pimax 8KX? I've covered that 1,000 times in the last 3 videos, but I will cover it one more time. The game quality of the screen is much as, I'm not gonna say much. It is a hair sharper to me visually. I mean, I haven't put meters on it. I don't have any of that fancy stuff, but naked eye, when I'm in this headset, everything looks crisp. I mean, just cut you with a knife edge crisp. When I'm in the Pimax 8KX, everything looks great, but it just doesn't have that crispness that I'm getting in this headset. Everything seems just a tad bit muted. And the one thing, or the 2 things that I can kind of correlate that to would be that in the Pimax, the image is stretched over a wider field of view. Now, there's been some debate on OpenMR forum about maybe that's not the case because the PPD and this and that and all the scientific terms and whatever. I know about it, I don't know about it. I'm not going to really go into it on this stream. It just seems like because the image is stretched, the pixels are blurred a little bit more in the Pimax 8KX, and because the screens, I don't think the LCD screens in the Pimax 8KX have the same quality when it comes to just default color and default contrast and all of that. Now, I've said this on other streams too. What I like about the Pimax is the Pi tool and the fact that I can get in there and customize everything. I can dial everything in. Well, hell, I don't think I can bring it up because I don't have mine. I was going to bring it up and show you. But you can, in each individual color channel, you can even dial in to your preferred taste. I've never really even been able to get, though, the blacks to look as good in the 8KX as they do right off the bat in the G2. Now, I'm not going to say the blacks are phenomenal. They're not OLED black, but they're the best I've ever seen in an LCD screen so far. So, all right. Yeah, I love the OG Touch too, man. I wish I could find a way to just use those controllers for everything. Even if I had to hook up my old Oculus cameras just for the controllers, I'd do it. All right, so you guys are talking amongst yourself. G2 as well, 90 hertz. Yes, it is 90 hertz. You can go, that I can show you. I showed it on the stream yesterday. You can just go right in here to settings and go to headset display, and there you go. So you have the option of 90 hertz, 60 hertz, or automatic. My PC is not a beast by any means, but it definitely has no problem holding the 90 hertz in pretty much everything I've thrown at it at this 4320 by 2160 resolution. They also even have a very high in beta right now for your headset display. For the purposes of the stream and to cut down on any stuttering that you guys might see, I did turn it just back to the default, which is where it defaulted me at high. So yeah, there's that little look at the software, a little look under the hood. Oh, Norma, Dorman, thank you, man. Oh, dude, I appreciate it. I'll have those beers. I could use them. It's been a tough week. All right, so let me go back up in here. Love the OG Touch, CV1 gang, blah, 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 Andy Sky, you're talking to each other, 92, okay, G2 controller tracking issues will be resolved in the software update, I'm certain. And you know, okay, Replicant, I'm going to say the same thing. It's kind of like when the Cosmos first came out. And I'm not going to lie, the Cosmos, the original Cosmos, not the Cosmos Elite, the Cosmos is trash. Don't ever buy that headset. I feel bad. HTC sent it to me, obviously, and they sent me both of them. But I hate the Cosmos. I actually kind of liked those controllers because, you know, I said I like things that light up, and they had that cool little swirly pattern. But I don't know what crack they were smoking. It was bad. I mean, it was just a horrible, bad headset. However, shortly after launch, their engineers got in there and they started making improvements to the tracking. So that shows me that, yes, with Windows Mixed Reality, major improvements can be made in the tracking just through the software alone. So, oh, I didn't realize I'm so dark on the stream here. Hold on. Hey Google, turn on the studio.
Okay, turning two things on.
Set the wall light to, hey Google, set the wall light to bright white. Nah, she's not listening. Okay, well, at least that maybe give you guys a little more light. I guess the sunlight through the window is kind of fading, so I didn't have any natural studio lights on for today's stream, so sorry if I'm a little dark. Okay, so anyway, back to answering questions here, and then we'll probably wrap this up because we're already at 1 hour and 37 minutes, and I said I wasn't going to stream more than an hour today, but oh well. You guys, I love you. I'm here to answer all your questions. I'll keep going if you want. I've got a little more time. It's only 3:30, but yeah. So, all right, G2 controller tracking issues will be resolved. Yes, we talked about that. Yeah, I'm betting that Facebook going to spend a lot of money with game developers to bring exclusives. And, you know, I'm sure Facebook is going to bring a lot of exclusives. That's their bag right now. They, you know, I don't hate on any tech, but people know I'm kind of an Apple hater. I had to work with, I had to sell Apple products for a long time and buy Apple products, and it's a corporation thing. It's not a tech thing. But I don't like their walled gardens, and I don't like their philosophy of doing business. And it's sad to say that I'm going to call it. Oculus has become the Apple of VR. Facebook has Appleized them, and they're trying to put everything, the walled garden, the forced logins. I've been a big backer of of Oculus before Oculus was even Oculus. I mean, I remember being on the MTBS 3D forums and watching Palmer out there talking about the headsets before he even started the Kickstarter, and it saddens me. It really does. It saddens me to see what has become of Oculus. I mean, I wish they would have stayed the scrappy upstart. If they would have, though, we probably wouldn't be where we're at. So money makes the world go round. We all know that. So anyway, okay, Liz Han wants to know, G2 worth for daily or better than Q2? So, once again, completely different beast. G2 is a strictly PC VR headset. Q2 is a hybrid headset. If you want the best quality visuals, I've said it over and over again, get a G2 and a high-end PC. You're not going to ever really get those bleeding edge visuals that you're getting in the G2 out of a Quest 2 with any sort of fiber optic link cable or wireless desktop streaming. It's still going to be a compressed image coming across that cable. There are ways to make it look better. There are several tutorials that my friends have put out. I mean, so hit up, I think Kaz and Sherry have a really good tutorial on that. Hit them up. But other than that, it's still, if you want PC VR quality, get a PC VR headset. I'm not knocking the Quest 2. I love it, and I think it's awesome, and that's the way that I want to see all VR headsets go in the future. I want it when I want to plug it in and get blistering edge visuals. I can do that. When I want to take it on the go for demoing or playing in the backyard, I can do that, and that is the big advantage of the Quest 2 right now, is that I can turn my entire yard into an arena or a battlefield. When the light's just right, or if you get an IR light that you can sweep the yard with, you can even go out there and play at night. So it is freaking great. It is like the Quest 2 is the holodeck on your head everywhere you go. So I don't know if that answers your question, but PC VR is PC VR, Quest 2 is Quest 2. They're completely separate beasts. All right. Alright. G2 controller tracking will not be improved with software. There have been 0 tracking improvements in the last 2 years. I don't know. I mean, my tracking got a little bit better on the controllers with my Acer and my Odyssey Plus over a couple of updates, so I wouldn't say it's impossible. And I don't think that HP putting this out as a premium gaming headset is going to let that stand. HP would push Microsoft for that update. So I don't know. Jury's out on that. I think we will see some software improvements shortly after launch, because when HP puts this out, if they start getting bombarded with a bunch of YouTubers like me and magazines and everyone under the sun reviewing the headset and saying the tracking shit, they're going to work tirelessly to fix it. I guarantee that. That's the kind of company HP is. I used to work for them. So, Apple and Facebook, love Oculus for years. Yep, I know. It's sad, right, VTids? It is sad. Hey, Frank Zappa, what's up? It is not Oculus anymore, buddy. It is not. And I cannot stand Apple either, Brian. Like I said, their tech is alright. Walled gardens and the fact that I can't use it, and, well, having to deal with them on a corporate level for 7 years was, not. So, alright, VR Flight Sim guy. Hold on, I keep losing my place in the chat. I need to put on the slow chat. I've never had to do this. I've never had this many people watch me live, ever. I'm going to start doing this more often. This is great. 6 years of doing this, I've never had more than like maybe 10 people watch me when I live stream. So, alright. vrgamerdude, how stable are the Reverb G2's controllers with a gun stock? Okay. Norman, I talked about that already. I'll give a little example, not in a game here, but go back, my stream from 2 days ago, I actually play a little Onward in there. It's kind of maybe 3/4 of the way. It's a 2-hour stream like this one, so just kind of skip forward. I apologize, I can't timestamp it. It's just too much to go through. The thing I ran into in Onward, and you're going to run into this, I even run into it with the Quest controllers from time to time, is fine motor movements with these rings being extended. They knock into each other. So like anytime that you have to load, like you put the clip in and then you have to pull back on the slide on like the M16, it's like it's going to hit my thumb, or it's going to hit here, or it's going to, if the slide is on the side, it's going to hit here. So with the index controllers having the finger turn, it's much easier, and they wrap around, and that's why I was talking about the original Oculus Quest, Oculus Touch controllers, because those also wrapped around your hand. Now, that's impossible with inside-out tracking solutions because there would be too much occlusion. So I understand the design choice on this. I just wish that that ring could have been very small. I don't know if it has to have all of this surface area for trackability, but if it was just smaller and the controllers were a little, they didn't flare out as much maybe on the sides here, it would be easier. But no, loading a gun, for me and Onward at least, was practically painful. I did not like it at all. So, all right. Oh, you said with a gun stock. I'm sorry. I thought you just meant like gun play. I haven't tried them with a gun stock. I have a Pro Tube over there, but my cups from it, it's so old. They're for the original Oculus Touch. Really need to get a hold of Pro Tube and see if I can get them to send me some updated cups for some of the other newer controllers that I have. And I'd really, a little shameless plug, Pro Tube, I'd really like to check out the Force Tube. I think that'd be awesome. Love me some haptics. So. All right, message retracted. How much of a factor is it? Okay, so Peps, how much wow factor going from Rift S to G2? Quite a bit. Rift S is a very capable headset, don't get me wrong, but the minute that you slip on the G2, you're going to get the typical O face, because it's all of a sudden you see crystal clear image with no SDE and the ability to see way far off into the distance like your natural eyes would. It's night and day. Let's see here. Have you seen Iron Lights with the Quest 2? It's like 4K native image. I think future Quest 2 gamers are going to like that. No, Andy, I haven't. I will check out Iron Lights. So that is definitely on my list. Watch this. Hey Google, remind me tonight at 10 p.m. to check out Iron Lights on the Oculus Quest 2. Alright, there you go. Now I'm going to get a reminder. Okay. Okay, Norman Robinson, do I feel confident enough with the visual quality with the Reverb G2 to perform all-day work via virtual desktop and usual office applications? Absolutely. I have no issues with eye strain or reading text in this headset whatsoever. Throwing up multiple monitors in virtual desktop was a dream. Now, obviously, all day, yeah, you're going to want to take some breaks because you don't want to have something ratcheted to your face all day. It gets a little hot up in there. I mean, you know, one thing I do love this new facial interface. It's very soft, but because it really does lock to your face, I noticed on my stream the other day, first time in years, I had sweat dripping down my face from underneath the little bit of gap right here that was still there. So I'd say, yeah, you could use it all day. It wouldn't be the most comfortable thing after a few hours, you know, but yeah, you could do it. So now is my time on YouTube, John. I hope so. I've been doing this for 5 years, and I'm not gonna lie, I mean, it makes me sad sometimes that I see some of these new guys come in and they go from 0 to 100,000 subscribers in 6 months, and I've been out here plugging away for 5 years, and you know, I still haven't even hit 10, but you know, I think it's all of our time. I think VR is gonna finally pick up, and I didn't ever really do this for the subscribers anyway. I did this to share my passion and my love of VR, but obviously the more people that I can preach that to, the better. So, like, share, subscribe, everybody. You know, I'd love to hit 10,000 by the end of the year. That's my goal. It's been my goal for 3 years now, and still hasn't happened. But I'm still here. I'm still plugging away. I'm not going anywhere. I love you guys too much. So, I love Pavlov. Oh, I love Pavlov. But once again, so far, gun games are a stuttery mess, and I'm so worried because these don't feel flimsy, but they feel flimsy, if that makes any sense. You can see some movement on that, and I'm so worried I'm just going to bust that plastic if I go to load a gun too fast, and bam, I'm just going to pop one of those rings right off. So I don't know. Let's see here. Operation Serpens. Yeah, actually, I just played Operation Serpens in the Quest 2. I have a video of that out. If you want to go check it out, that'd be great, because it's not getting very good view count. Only VR porn is more clear than with my wrist deaths. Well, you know, guys, a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a prude by any means. A lot of people have been asking me if I would test out some VR porn. Well, I'm 50 years old, and I have a wife. Don't really watch a lot of porn. So, and my wife works for a preschool, and she's a hardcore Christian. So, yeah, probably not going to do that. But I can tell you just from watching movies that it's going to be good. And I did throw on a couple of 180 and 360 stuff from YouTube, and it looked, it still had the blur to it, because that's the nature of the beast with that type of filming. But no, I mean, I'm sure it looks fine. Not for me. I don't need it. I have a wife. So, all right. Let's see. There are only 4 or 5 YouTubers having G2 videos right now. Yeah, that's true. They selected a few of us to send them out to. I know I've got one. Obviously Sebastian MRTV had one. Terrestrial Wood has one. I think Kaz and Cherry just got theirs. Mike VR Oasis just got his. I know Nathy has his now. We're all in a big group. We all talk like daily. I know Thrill You. I think he's got one on the way. So yeah, I mean they're really, they did the right thing, guys. And I know that sucks for some of you guys who ordered them and are waiting to hear it. But obviously, those of you who have been on the fence, you're now getting a chance to kind of see a little preview of what you're about to get. And man, you know, one of the reasons I've been doing these raw live streams the way that I've been doing it is I thought, you know, I could do this polished edited video like I always do, and I could tell you the ins and the outs. But one of the things that you guys never get to see is some of the struggles that we go through with new tech to get it working pre-launch, you know, when things aren't perfect. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this. I wanted you guys to see all the warts, you know. And yeah, the streams are hard to watch sometimes, and I'm bouncing my head around, and I'm flailing around, I'm talking, and you know, whatever. But you know, I don't know. I just think it's beneficial for you to be able to see some of the struggles that I went through with the headset right out of the box. So. But yes, you know, I think we're going to start to see a lot more. I think we're going to see a lot more impressions in the next couple of weeks as consumers start to get their devices. Yeah, let's see here. Lost my place. Forget Elite Dangerous. I got. Okay. There's a lot of making the same Switch. I realize blah blah. Operation Serpents. Okay, here's some more questions for me. vrgamerdude, have you no problem to play the glasses with your G2? Okay, so no, I don't. Right now, I actually have 2 pairs of glasses. These are my smaller glasses because I have some sunglasses clip-ons that work, and I had to go pick up my kids a little while ago before I started the stream. They fit in here no problem. I mean, like, it's night and... And my biggest test with glasses is when I do this, when I take the headset off, does it pull my glasses with it? And it doesn't. If you look at my first couple of streams, you're going to notice that I actually played in my oversized glasses, and I'm happy to report it didn't have any problems. Now, I you know, over the years, I've collected all these little lens adapters and things like that, and, you know, I haven't really tested it yet, but I was going to see if there was any way I could kind of mesh these in there, or see if I could get one of my older Widmo adapters to play nice, but yeah, it's, I don't know, it's definitely something. Oh, I didn't realize the game was still running. I'll leave that in the background. It's definitely something that that I want for all VR headsets. In fact, I think I mentioned this the other day, but I really wish that we would start to see diopter adjustments put into the headsets. I mean, the old Gear VR had it. I think the first, somebody reminded me, the first headset that had that was actually the oh god, what was that one? The OSVR. The OSVR headset was the first one that actually had a diopter adjustment. And diopter adjustment, if you don't know what I'm talking about, is basically the fact that I could dial in my prescription. Now, granted, that would put some of the the companies that are doing that, like VR Lens Lab and things, that would put them in a bind. But overall, I just wish that I didn't have to wear any corrective lenses when I do VR. So, all right, hold on. Sorry, I started playing Alt-Tabby, and now you guys are probably seeing like weird stuff. I was trying to keep this up on the screen. Okay, I'm going to take the lens screen out of the G2 and put it in the CV1. Yeah, good luck with that. vrgamerdude, I've ordered my G2, but I'm scared that my GTX 1080 Ti 11 gig and i7 8700 will not be good enough and really have the wow effect like in Alex, for example. Do you think you'll be okay? Yes, I do think you'll be okay. And hold on, guys. I'm sorry. VR Dog needs to make an appearance here. I can hear her scratching at the door. So, hey, Nugget. You want to come in and say hi? We saw Nugget on the stream the other night, so we're going to let her out because she needs to go potty. Can you go potty? Come on. Come on. Nugget, come on. Let's go. Let's go, baby girl. Say hi. Can you say hi to everybody? Say hi. All right. There you go. Go. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. You know, I love my animals, and I've kept her in the other room for 2 hours while I talk to you. So, all right. But anyway, back to this. So, you know, like I said, I have, for the last year, I was the first YouTuber to receive a Pimax 8KX. They brought me out to CES last year and let me bring one of the prototypes home. If I could run the Pimax 8KX in most games and still achieve the 75 hertz frame rate without turning anything down in most games, pretty sure you're going to be okay, because that was running on pretty much the same system, except I had an i7 7700K. So Zotac GTX 1080 Ti Amp Extreme 11 gig with i7 7700K and 16 gigs of RAM. And I had no problems getting a wow factor out of that headset. That headset has a much wider field of view. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be doable for you. And once again, now I've got another animal. Let's go out. You guys get to see all my animals today. So if Mr. Kitty wants to go play, all right, Mr. Kitty, go. All right. So, all right. Live at 5. Live at 5. I'm getting that weird shaky cam. All right. So, anyway, all right. Anyone GPU Q2. I wonder how it would perform in GTA 5 VR, which is hit and miss in the headsets I've tested. Actually, I've got a video of GTA 5 VR in the Pimax 8KX that blew me away, and it performed flawlessly. So I have no doubt that this is going to work just as good. That is definitely one that I want to try. That's another one that apparently I can play in the yaw simulator. So when I get my yaw simulator back up and running, damned if I'm not going to get in there and try to fly and drive in Los Santos, because that just looks gorgeous in VR, especially with that new mod. The Luke Ross's mod is phenomenal. So, all right. Looks brutal, blah, blah, blah. Man, lots of questions. What do we do to help the Asians produce more Ryzen? Okay, you guys talk about Ryzen. Everybody's running 1080 Ti. Guys, 1080 Ti, you know, I'm half tempted to just go pull mine out of the old rig and stick it in here so that I can do some testing on the 1080 Ti and give you guys a true answer. But just based on my previous experiences with running the Pimax 8KX on it, I don't think you're going to have a problem running this headset on a 1080 Ti. You will have to take some games down. Like Alex, I had to run it at medium. Did it still have an oh shit wow factor? Absolutely. I mean, whoa. I was blown away the first time it dropped me onto that balcony playing Alex. It was just gorgeous. So, all right. Let's see here. Try to do a backflip to see. You want to see my fat 50-year-old ass try to do a backflip? Good luck. All right. Doggy. Yay, Kilroy. Hey, Kilroy, what's going on? Yes, I love my dog. Everybody started calling her VR dog. Her name's Nugget. She is a 1-year-old boxer pit mix that we rescued, and she has just been the most awesome dog. And Mr. Kitty and Fizzgig, and just I love animals. I don't know. I love all my animals. So let's see here. Julius, hey man, I like your content. Love watching your streams lately. Just want to let you know. Dude, thank you so much, Julius. You know, I don't stream a lot. I really don't. In fact, I'm always so down on myself. I think I suck at the streaming stuff. But you guys seem to be liking this, so I'm going to keep doing it. This is me. You know, this is not VR Gamer Dude. Hey, what's going on, guys? VR Gamer Dude here. No, that's not me. That's when I do the edited videos. You guys are getting probably the first time a look at me in like 5 years, like my actual personality. So just kind of quirky. But yeah. So anyway, if you're liking them, let me know, and I'll keep doing these. I mean, past G2 launch even, I'll just literally turn the camera on every night and just let you guys hang out in my studio, and we'll just play games or something. So, Nugget, hey, Three Beard, what's going on, buddy? All right, man, I gotta say, I am so ready for my copy of VR Trend magazine to come in, and I know it's being shipped right now. I can't wait. We're gonna do a little on-air reading here live. You guys know I love to write. I missed that from vrspies.com when me and all the rest of the VR Spies started that website years ago. I've tried to join other places like Upload and, you know, Road to VR over the years. It just never worked out. But I love to write, and VR Trend Magazine has given me that opportunity again. So Three Beard, man, I cannot thank you enough for giving me the opportunity to write for the magazine. And going to be working up a new article. I'm looking for ideas, guys. What would you like to see me write about? Tell me that in the chat. I thought about doing my history in VR. I've been in VR for 20 years and kind of the rise and fall of VR in the 90s and where it is now. I've thought about doing a review on the Yaw Simulator, doing maybe a written review on the G2. So tell me what you want my next article for VR Trend Magazine to be. So, all right. But yeah, Bard, thanks for dropping by the stream, brother. I love you. What are the God rays like on the G2, Matthew? I am hardly seeing God rays at all, and I am super sensitive to it. Said it 3 times on this stream alone. I used to be like the #1 bitchiest person on the internet about God rays when the CV1 dropped, and I'm happy to say these new Valve optics are insane. I mean, insanely good. So, I was using a GTX 1080 on a 5K Plus, and all I had to do was optimize games. Absolutely, Frank. That's what I'm saying. It's really, if you take the time to optimize things, it's going to make a huge difference. And optimizing your computer even. Go in, man. Go into your NVIDIA settings. If you're running a card, there's certain things that you can turn on and off in the advanced settings that'll help. You know, there's certain things that certain processes you can kill in Windows that'll help. I mean, there's so many different little things that you can do to get just a little extra frame rate and squeeze it out in these VR headsets. And people just don't think about that sometimes. Okay, Matthew, I'm good. I'm glad you're liking these streams, man. I'm not doing any more games, Node. I'm sorry. I had planned to end this 1 hour ago, and I came out of my last game, and we just started talking, and I got so many questions about the G2. But I might jump back on tonight and do another stream now that the internet's working. Nobody's bitching and saying that they're pausing and stuttering, and I'm not a robot guy today, so... but yeah, we'll play some more games, man. We played Aerofly, then we played Ill 2, then we played Star Wars Squadrons, and then we played Elite. But once again, you see the title says testing, not playing. I was literally just jumping in and out of games doing flight sims today. So I apologize if you missed the gameplay. I've got this set to DVR, just run it back, and you can see my thoughts on those games. Okay, VTids, I have to go now, but really enjoying your G2 videos. VR Gamer Dude, carry on with the streams for sure. We want a real person, so this is great. Later, man. Well, dude, I'm trying to be as real as I can, man, and I appreciate it. And Skiva's in the house. What up, Skiva? My brother. So, yeah, right on, man. I am also excited for the magazine. I cannot tell you guys. I'm an old guy. I mean, we started out by reading magazines. I remember when I got my first PC. There's a wax nostalgic here, and get off my lawn. But when I got my first PC, you didn't have the internet. This was like the 80s. We would get PC Magazine, and it would have like code, and you would sit there for hours typing the basic code in there to play some little stupid stick car game, and and then we had PC Gamer, and then so a physical, tangible magazine about VR. I was so excited when they started talking about that in one of the groups that I'm in, and then they asked me to write for it, and I'm just humbled. I'm humbled to be a part of VR Trend magazine, guys, and I cannot wait to get my episode and do a little quick on-air reading for you guys. So let's see here. Do you feel the Reverb G2 is a viable alternative for a standard HMB compared to the HTC Vive? Oh God, yes. The original Vive. If you're talking about the original Vive here, then where's my Stormtrooper guy? If you're talking about this guy right here, then yes. There we go. Stormtrooper in the house. Oh, you can't even see him, huh? If you're talking about this guy right here, then yes. Oh God, it's an alternative to that. I mean, Gen 1 hardware is great, guys, but it's Gen 1 hardware. You got like very low resolution. You've got Jumbotron SDE. It's night and day. It's no comparison. So let's see here. Oh, Skiva, thanks, brother. Oh, I can't even tell you that $10 means the world to me right now, being out of work. So thank you for your donation. That is awesome. Oh, you just made my day. I can buy dinner for the family again tonight. Let's see here. I've got to say, it looked like you have too much sunlight in the room. I heard that messes up G2 controllers. I've seen others. No, it's not the sunlight, brother. I have tried it sunlight. I have tried it with windows covered. I've tried it with studio lights off. The biggest culprit for me was this guy right here. The minute that I dropped my green screen, my tracking got much, much better. I mean, like night and day better. Now, is it perfect? No, it is still not perfect in any way, shape, or form. I mean, in the Cliff House, you still have your like controllers flying off. It's some of the same old Windows mixed reality problems that we've had since the beginning of Windows mixed reality that just have not been fixed, unfortunately. But the tracking, I'm not bitching about it anymore. It is doable. It is playable. If you're ESL, no. If you're a casual gamer, yes. You're not going to have any problems. It's going to glitch every once in a while. It's going to get some occlusion. You're going to have problems with the rings and loading games. But, yeah. So, okay, I've got to say, okay, there we go. You should make a video on how to optimize NVIDIA for Windows VR. I probably should. I'll think about it. I missed everything, damn. Well, the nice thing is I have this set to DVR, and I don't delete these streams, so you will be able to run back in 2 hours and watch me blah, 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 blah for 2 hours, which most people hate. I don't know. These days, you guys say you like. I'm just going to keep doing it. You know, the entire 5 years I've been doing YouTube, all I've ever had is complaint after complaint that I just talk too much and I babble. And, well, you know, after 5 years, I still get nervous doing this, and that's just my quirky personality. So, but if you like the babble, there's 2 hours of it. Just run the stream back and you'll see some gameplay. All right, brother from another mother. Hey, you know it, Skiva. Sorry, I know I just jumped down here. The day before the internet, haha, I am with you. Yes, FX, I am old. I turned 50 this year. Not old by any means. Definitely not old at heart. But I have been there since the beginning of all of it. And it has been so cool to say that I have literally watched the rise of the entire computer industry. So, all right. So I think we're getting to the end of the stream here, and I'm probably going to have to go ahead and cap this because it is 2 hours. But I do want to keep answering your questions, guys. OG Vive is the one I have. Yeah, Lewis, I'm not knocking on it. Okay, look, if that's all you have, brother, that's all you have. And that's Still wonderful because you're in VR, and VR, no matter what the resolution, no matter what the SDE, no matter what, is VR, and it's a wonderful, beautiful thing. Okay, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Get VR any way you can. But if you can upgrade from a Vive or from a CV1, my God, please treat yourself. Treat yourself, because it's a feast for the eyes now, and it's what we expected VR to look like all those years ago. It's finally getting to that level. So, sensors are the worst. Yeah, I know. Software needs to improve. Yes, Dennis. Hey, Dennis Richards. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, no, all software needs to improve. Everybody needs to improve the software, but it's getting there. And I can tell you that Windows Mixed Reality is probably one of the ones that I wish would improve the most. I really wish that everyone would get to the Oculus standard, at least, not the forced login, obviously, but the Oculus standard. When I talk about that, I mean Dash, and I love Dash, and I love Oculus Home, and I love their software stack and their middleware. It just, I don't know. I wish that we would have some way to standardize that across all headsets, because that would be phenomenal. Swish as we told tributes. Thank you so much, man. Even $5, even $1 means the world to me right now. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't cry in my beer in front of you people. I don't want to do this, but I'm getting desperate. COVID sucks. COVID took everything from me. So, not everything. I still have you guys. I still have all this. It's just my real world. I just bought a house, for God's sake. It's just been bad. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this on this stream. Quest 2 at 500 MIPS up from 150 already looks incredibly good. And that is true. I have not played around with the enhancing the image in the Quest 2. I got the Quest 2, then I got all this, then I got just too many toys came in all at once, and I had to kind of put the Quest 2, but I'm going to get back to Quest 2 here pretty soon and start playing around with that stuff. So, Norma, VR game I'm doing, sorry, I was talking about for a VR arcade, is the G2 a better option? Oh, for a VR arcade. Man, that's a tough one. I don't know, because once again, I still feel, especially in a VR arcade where you have users that are not as careful with your equipment, you're going to bust these often. I mean, they're going to slam them in, they're going to knock these rings off, and like I said, I'm not going to do it too much on stream, but you can see that ring is kind of flimsy. I mean, I really feel like if I was doing some punching game or something and I punch something really hard, that ring's just going to bust right off that controller. So, just don't like the design of WMR controllers. I just don't like them. So, all right, message retracted. No, you're doing great. Thanks, FX, man. I appreciate it. Did you try Echo Arena with the G2? No, I have not. I just got Revive set up, and I'm not going to lie, I've never played Echo Arena. I love Lone Echo. Not a big multiplayer competitive guy. I'm liking Pop 1, and I like a couple of the other things. Like I've liked Pavlov with playing with the VR Spies in the past. Love playing Pop 1 with my friend Skiva. He's here in chat the other night. But I'm not a big multiplayer guy. I've always been more about the single-player story narrative-driven games. So Lone Echo I loved, and I have not. I did play Lone Echo in the 8KX, and it worked great. Definitely going to try Revive with that. I might finally jump in, try some Echo Arena or the shooter one. I don't know, but I've never played those. I know that's like sad, right? I'm like vrgamerdude, and I've never played Echo, which is one of the most popular VR games ever. So, haven't got into computers in the late 90s. Wishard as a VR arcade. Didn't mean it like that, but I've pre-ordered the G2. Okay. Matthew says he went back to the CV1 from the Quest 2 just to see what it was like, and the resolution screen door was awful. Much worse than... And, it is. He says much worse than he remembered it, and that's it. We have short memories, guys. I have also gone back and put on some of my Gen 1, Gen 1.5 hardware, and it is night and day. And what's killing me is that just a short 2 or 3 years ago, that was the end-all, be-all. It was like, oh my God, man, the CV1 looks amazing compared to the whole Rift Vive thing. Vive had too much big SDE. I just really, SDE bothers me. It is. It's like night and day. So, yeah. All right, so let's see. I pre-ordered mine as well. Feel smart for not buying the index. Saved myself a lot of money, and now I'm getting something better. All I had to do is wait 1 year. You know, okay, Music Cabaret, I can say that. Here's the only thing that I'm going to tell you. This is the best part of the index, right here. Okay? Having these versus having this. Okay? So, pretty sure I can load guns. Nothing's occluding me right here. This ring is what kills the G2 for me and the controllers. Now, once again, mentioned it a couple of times on the stream already. I know there's other ones out there. This is just the most recent one that I watched. MRTV has a great tutorial on how to get the index controllers paired up with the G2 using some of the Steam VR, either Steam VR controller dongles, which you flash, or the Steam VR dongle for the tracker puck. I only have one, and apparently it takes two, so I'm gonna have two. And thank you for all the donations, guys. Maybe I can afford one. I think they're only like $10 online, so I'm gonna order one now because you guys have been so generous to me today. And God, I feel like I'm begging, but I'm not. And you guys are just being generous, and I appreciate that because I don't ever ask for anything on this channel. That's not my bag. And Swell, yes, thank you. Always happy to help a brother. Man, you guys are helping me so much. Brian, thank you so much. Krutzlers, oh, we truly appreciate the info that you share with us. Oh, man, guys, oh, my God. This is like $60 right now is like the world to me. Man, that is literally enough to pay my first month of the fiber optic internet, $65. So you guys just bought me fiber optic to give you guys a better stream. So thank you. God, thank you. I know I'm probably making too big of a deal out of it, but you don't even know. You don't even know. You're a good salesman, Don. I want to upgrade my hardware now. Might get a graphics card now that I think about it. Dennis, get the graphics card first because you're going to need the graphics card to run the new hardware. And I can tell anybody that if you have a substandard PC, if you don't have a true gaming PC right now, get your PC in line first, okay? I did that when I got the 8KX, and it ran perfectly fine on my i7 7700K with the GTX 1080 Ti and 16 gigs of RAM. But it didn't run where I wanted it to be, okay? I never could push Half-Life Alyx to high or ultra. And I still can't. I'm still waiting for a 3080. One of these days, I'm going to get a job. I'm going to get everything's going to be back up and running, and I'm going to get a damn 3080, put it in this new PC that I just got, which luckily I'm able to pay out over a long period of time. I'm sitting here talking about how broke I am, and then I bought a new PC, but that's financed. It's completely different. It's like $20 a month. So, but I want to put a 3080 Ti in it, or a 3080 in it. I'm sorry, I don't even really want the 3090. I think the 3080 would be just fine for my use. And once I do that, it's going to be amazing. So yeah, upgrade your PC, guys, before you start looking at the high-end headsets, because these are going to need a little bit of a beast to push it if you really want that wow factor. So, all right, good thing that the index controllers work with the G2. Yeah, apparently you can use the index controller with anything as long as you do that open VR space calibrator. So, oops, hold on. Last time we'll see him on the stream, or her on the stream, but VR puppy wants to come in. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Say hi. Can you say hi to everybody? No, come on. You can go. All right. All right. There we go. All right, last look at Nugget there, and we're going to answer these last little bit of questions. I've hit the end of the chat, and then I think we are going to go ahead and end it, guys. Definitely did not know I was be streaming for 2 hours and 17 minutes again today, but I'm happy to do it, man. I'm loving this. I'm loving the interaction with you guys, and once again, not just because you guys are tipping me. I never asked for that, but thank you for that. God, this is amazing. This is like so amazing right now. You don't even know. I needed this more than you could possibly imagine. Not just the money, but the interaction and the camaraderie. I've been kind of secluded and kind of getting depressed again lately. I suffer from that. So, all right. So he is a good salesman. I've never donated. I still don't know what I bought. Well, you bought me a beer, I guess, if you donated, so thank you. You might have bought me another tracker dongle so I can test out the index controllers with the G2, and of course I'll share all that with you guys. So it's kind of a roundabout thing, you know, I guess. Any thoughts on AMD versus NVIDIA for VR? Frank, I abandoned AMD so many years ago, it's not even funny. I have been Team Green for, 20 years now. I really couldn't give you a comparison, brother. I'm all Intel and NVIDIA, and it's not like I'm snobbish like that. It's just that's the hardware that I have become accustomed to, and I know it works for my purposes. So... but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. Like I said, hit up the G2 group over on Facebook if you have a Facebook. There's some great discussions going on over on Reddit. You guys can always find some good discussions in my when I post out the video in the comment section. I don't know why your comments aren't posting in my videos. I think it's because I'm trimming off the little intro, and I apologize for that because I really wish my videos would post. That's why I've been doing this, where you can kind of still see the comments in the video stream. I need to get better and do that Streamlabs and all that stuff where you guys I can like put overlays. But once again, I don't stream very often. I'm just learning kind of, after 5 years of doing this, I'm just really kind of learning how to stream. So... it works great. Can't wait for my Reverb G2. I got an i9 10900 and an RTX. Okay, so I got an i9 10900K, and I want a 3080, but I'm running a 2070 Super. I'm married as well, but still gets depressing. This new. Everything is depressing in the new, brother. So hopefully that vaccine happens. The world can get back to normal. You can use Shadow Cloud for gaming if you don't already have a beefy computer. Okay, interesting. Will the GTX 1080 16 gigs of RAM work with the Reverb G2? Planning on buying one? I don't have any doubt it'll work. Once again, you're just going to have to lower the game settings a little bit. I mean, that's what I even had to do on my i7 7700 and the 1080 Ti is just, I would just have to lower games to about medium in some, and some I could run at high, and some I can even still run at ultra. It just really depended on the game. So, love the interaction and earned a new subscriber. Brian, thank you so much, man. I never asked for that either. I mean, I say that. I do ask for that at the end of my videos. That's just because I really want to reach more people. My goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Just in the last couple of days with these G2 streams, man, we've picked up like 250 new subscribers on the channel. That normally would take me like 3-4 months. So you guys, I appreciate it. Keep going, man. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. You know, every YouTuber, hey, like, share, subscribe. Well, do it if you want to. Do it if you feel like my content is worthy. That's all I ask. I'm not out here trying to do this to make a living. I'm trying to get a real job somewhere. I'd love to do this for a living if I could, but I don't think I'm ever going to really be that popular. So cloud gaming for VR sucks because of latency. You know, it does, and it will for a while. 5G may change that. Yeah, he said it will work, but at the same time, we need to dial it down, and that's true. AMD for CPU, NVIDIA for GPU, unless Radeon 6000 will deliver. Okay, you know, and I have been very Tobias. I've been very interested in the Ryzens. I thought about maybe before I lost my job. I thought about building a Ryzen system. And doing a comparison, but right now I just want to stick with what I've got. So, all right, guys, last chance. If you have any last minute questions, please throw them in the chat. Other than that, I'll give a couple of final thoughts on today's stream. Flight sims are gonna be a dream in this headset. Simulator gaming in general. And we'll do driving sims, guys, I promise. Actually, one of my secret passions is American Truck Simulator. I love that game. I know it's not a racing sim, but it's a driving sim. So maybe we'll do some American Truck Simulator tonight. I'll pull out the old wheel and pedals. And I've got Assetto installed. I've got P-Cars installed. So we can definitely check out some racing sims too. But for sim gaming, I am going to say this headset is going to be amazing. All right. For all the other gaming, jury's still out. I still want to see if the controller tracking can get better. But sim gaming, right now, other than the Pimax 8KX, because of the wide field of view, I want to say get one or the other. If you're not an FOV snob and you want a little bit more crisp, sharp image, get a G2. Sim gaming, this is going to rock. You can see far in the distance, and it's not a blurry mess. If you want great, sharp image at 4K with a wide field of view, just not quite as crisp as the G2, get a Pimax 8KX. You're not going to go wrong with that headset other than, well, maybe, yeah, God forbid it broke. And then you got to deal with China and all that. But other than that, I like this headset now. I really do. I really like this headset. So, all right, guys, that's it. I will check this last. Thanks for the stream. Do you think Microsoft will invest in WMR again after MS Flight Simulator 2020? I think they will. Boy, I tell you what, if I can ever afford Flight Simulator 2020, because they want a premium price for that game and they won't give me a key, I'm glad to test it. But man, I've already heard people can't even maintain 60 frames on a monitor. So I don't even know how the hell they're going to do 4K stretched across a field of view. I mean, at that, I don't know. Jury's out. But I think that Windows mixed reality will continue. I don't think that they're going anywhere anytime soon. Did you need to plug in the USB-C and the power as well? You know, I don't. I did plug in the power just for the hell of it, but I do have it plugged into USB-C on the back of my motherboard. I was told by HP, they told me I think they mentioned it in the press briefing, that they recommend using the power adapter no matter what. I don't think you have to, but they recommend it. So if it's there, just plug it in. Long time VR, first time watching your channel. I subscribe. Man, thank you. Thank you, Alexander. I appreciate you, brother. Dennis, always, brother. You've been here since the beginning. I love you. Brian, Caliber, is Pavlov a hard game for this headset? Pavlov will look great. Contractors will look great. Look at my other stream if you want to see gun reloading. It's kind of painful. Thanks for the stream. You can get it for cheap if you use the Xbox Game Service. Oh, that's right. I forgot. It is on Game Pass. Shit. Thank you. Totally. I can afford Game Pass. I'm going to do that right now. USB power, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you guys are talking amongst yourself. I think, hold on. Give a nice wide shot for the end here. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming by to check out what I do here on the channel. And I am so glad that you guys are liking this new me just waffling and flailing about, just giving my thoughts kind of format. If you want to see more of that, please let me know in the comment section once this video posts. I am happy to do these streams. I am always playing VR. It never has gotten old for me. I still do it every night. I just don't ever do it with you guys watching me, but maybe I should. So for me, that's going to do it. 2.5 hours. It was supposed to be an hour, but you guys, I couldn't stop answering the questions. This was great talking to everybody. If you're a first timer on the channel, thank you for coming by. If you've been with me for a while, guys, I love you. You have helped me grow this channel over the year, and please help me keep growing it. I want to keep doing this. Thank you so much for the donations today. Once again, I can't even tell you how much that means to me and my family right now. But for me, I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Don, signing off. Peace.